I'll let everyone settle, but whenever they're settled and you're ready, if you could get us started, tell me your name, your position, or what you do here at Blue Water, and how long you've been doing it. Maybe in general, maybe here at Blue Water.
Are you ready?
Take 8. 8.
My name is Bruce Dworsky. I'm an executive producer here at Blue Water. This will be my 6th year here at Blue Water, and I just hit my 50th year in TV production. I started many, many years ago. I went from every kind of role in television production you could possibly imagine. I've done every one of y'all's jobs.
Tell me about your first project or shoot here at Blue Water.
I do know. It was the long form for Blackstone. And we ended up traveling to Texas to shoot the long form with Mark Gill and one of their guys and another very lovely young lady who was in a couple of other shows.
How must that feel for our clients to find out that not only are we making their campaigns more successful, we're making them more dollars on the unit for the campaign?
Well, I mean, that's what we're all about. I mean, we're about making clients successful. So if they are, we are, right? There's actually no better feeling when you have something, when you walk into a room and everybody goes, nice.
Do you have any career-defining moments you could speak to? If you don't, I mean, if you have a good story, I'll take it, but if you don't.
Career defining. Well, yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of firsts because I've been in the business for quite a long time. I mean, we did things that were, really, a little bit out of the box. We saw the success of a product on HSN, and we launched the very first sugaring product. It's where you like getting a wax. Everybody looked at us and went, really? Right? You can watch people rip hair off their legs? Believe me, it was the very first one of its kind, and it was a screaming success for many, many years. I was one of the first producers to ever do a memory foam mattress topper. The career-defining moment is, well, besides the fact that the show went on to earn $900 million worldwide, created brick and mortar stores in Japan that sell the product. The most defining moment was I got a cease and desist letter as the producer from Sleep Number, from Tempur-Pedic, and from the blow-up bed, whatever it was at the time, all calling out my copy points that they didn't like. Some of them were valid, and I had to take them out of the show. And some were just too bad. But it was like I hung that on my wall, because if all those people were going after me, I had to have been doing something right.
If you were a brand mascot, what would you be and why?
It's really funny because we're doing RCA. And I've got Nipper, the dog, in my office. Of course, nobody younger than maybe 50 knows who Nipper really is. But I see him and I go, oh, he's my hero, and RCA is kind of working, so we're kind of happy about that.
Do you have any interest in creating a short jingle for a mundane product? Stapler, paperclip, anything else?
I would love to. I love doing jingles just because I think if you can do the catchy, I love it. Try to do it all the time. If you get it just right, it's the earworm, and that's what makes it memorable.
If you could turn any word into a brand, what would it be and what would it sell?
Wow. Happy. And it would be something about food. That perfect medium rare steak you slice on camera and spread apart so everybody sees the juice flowing.
Run an ad anywhere in the world, real or fictional. Where would it be and what would you promote?
Well, I don't know what I would promote. I definitely want to be in the Super Bowl just because I think that would make it, that would be really cool. I could name any number of products that could go in that, but I mean, to be able to watch Super Bowl and see your spot up there, that would be pretty cool. I got a feeling we can't really say Super Bowl. It's like trademarked.
It's trademarked. Big game.
Yes, the big game. I'd like to air in the big game, and probably with a food product.
If advertising were an Olympic sport,
I'd probably win the gold medal in getting testimonials to emote what we're looking for a particular product or service. It's one of my things.
not a copy gold medal, a testimonial gold medal.
Right. I mean, look, it's very funny because when I first started in the business, I didn't write. And I was an executive producer at that point, but this is the old days of infomercials anyway. We would hire a production. I would oversee things, but we hired production companies, and so you'd get a writer and you'd get producers that were doing all the work around you, and you watch how all that ends up occurring and how it ends up on the screen. But I would get scripts, and inevitably I'd rewrite it. Because I'm like, no, that's not right. So, and I would rewrite the things, and and finally one day I just was like, a show came up, and someone said, well, who do you think should write it? And I went, I have the voices in my head. I think I should. And that was True Sleeper, which was the $900 million global show. Between the knowing how to produce something and make it pretty, knowing what the marketing kind of hot points are, and then being able to blend that into a narrative where you're connecting with an audience. That's what's kind of pleasing about that whole situation. I hear copy coming out of people's mouths, and it's like delivered exactly like I heard it. That's sweet.
Say a controversial advertising opinion. It literally says on here, per Andy's request.
There's a very strong reason why I love this business, the direct response in particular. You've got all these advertising agencies that create these $1 million fluffy spots, and they're beautiful and they connect-ish, but there's no way to tell whether or not they're effective or not. If all you're looking for is eyeballs, cool. But how do you prove that whatever you've done actually makes a difference for the client? Whereas with direct response, you write a show or a spot, you produce it, you shoot it, you post it. In a week or two, you actually know one way or the other whether you've done your job correctly. So, because it's all about who's pulling out their credit card or making the telephone call. And to have that kind of performance, somebody actually gauging the performance, is what I feel like is really cool, even on a loser. Only because you don't know that $1 million spot did anything, but at least I know what I did wrong or what I did right. And I have the opportunity here to fix them.
If you could collaborate with any person, real or fictional, who would it be and on what campaign? If you could pick anyone to be a spokesperson for a product or service, who would you pick? I'm
trying to remember his name. Who's a famous ad guy? It slips my mind at the moment. What's that?
Billy Mays.
No, I know. I already collaborated with Billy Mays.
Is there names left on the bucket list, Bruce?
Oh, who to work with?
Yeah.
I've worked with a few celebrities. I've never had a bad experience. Some of them are not as good at pitching as others. I've worked with probably the top actual infomercial pitchmen. Always have great experiences with it. Mark Gill, Billy Mays, Anthony Sullivan, Tony Little. I can go on. What would I have said to a young Bruce Dworsky? The reality, I would have said, save some more of your money. But that has nothing to do with working here. I would tell people that the passion for what we do is you got to keep that going and always strive to go another step further, to always be the person you need to be. But remember, the client comes first. The team comes second. And whatever your product or service or whatever you're promoting and that thing that you put out, needs to be the very best that you think it is. There's obviously a core to Blue Water who have cultivated that kind of culture of excellence. And when you have that top down, that gives you the impetus and the freedom to do those things, it can only get better. It's really the core people that are here that stay, that are striving for that excellence and trying to make everything better than the last thing they did. And I mean, I literally have to say, since I've been here at Blue Water, I've done the best work of my life. By now, you probably understand that I've been in the business for a really long time. And by now, you probably understand why I really love Blue Water.
Very good.
That was good, right?
The Bruce moment.